Hello and welcome to The Bike Show. Now, we can't quite believe it here at Bike Show headquarters, but it is time already for the Pirelli Bike of the Year for 2017. Not sure where the year has gone, but very soon we're going to have to be making a decision. So later in the show, we'll run through all the runners and riders for this year's competition. But first, Donovan is standing on a bridge in the middle of nowhere with a brand new adventure bike.
And here we have it, the new Suzuki DL650 XT V-Strom. And as you've probably worked out already, it has a bold new look. New looks indeed, especially when you compare it to the original DL650. Yeah, not too bad looking, but then again, it's not really your kind of hardcore off-road sort of look, is it? Off you go then. What they've done now is base it on the original, the DRZ800 Dakar Rally bike. I mean, yeah, look at that thing. Look at it. It's pucker. It's hardcore. Now, it's got a sharp and new look, but is it a sharp and new ride? Before we get into all that, though, there are a few problems. You see, Suzuki has thrown the DL650 into the mosh pit that is the mid-range adventure class. And while they're stuck with their guns, the 650 guns, the opposition just isn't playing fair. I mean, BMW and Triumph have 800s, and Triumph has even lobbed on an extra cylinder to their 800. Then we have Ducati. I mean, they have a 950 Multistrada. And KTM, well, quite frankly, they're just cheating. They've got a 1090 mid-range adventure bike. And the little 650, quite frankly, has just been out-muscled. Of course, this is the new DL650, and it does have some creature comforts. For example, the tank, while still 20 litres like its predecessor, is a lot slimmer, so your feet can touch the ground far easier. And the seat is now much more padded, which, well, I like that a lot. The foot pegs seem a little close, if you know what I mean. Like they're a little bit cramped, which might become a bit of a problem if you're of the taller persuasion. As far as electrics go, well, there's no sort of standard features such as heated grips. There's no cruise control, nothing like that. The screen, on the other hand, is adjustable. It's got 3 different adjustments. However, it is a bit of a faff. A bugger. And I never quite understand this because an adjustable screen sounds good in the beginning, and you play with it for a while, and then you just end up leaving it on its highest position, which it was already. At this point, everything is looking slightly dismal for the Mini V, but we have not yet told the whole story. When you look at the spec sheet, this motor seems to be exactly the same as the previous DL650, and we don't even know if the horsepower has changed because Suzuki won't tell us what it is. But what we do know is that this motor has 60 new components. And instead of working on top-end power, they've worked more on mid-range and bottom-end, which is where 90% of people ride. And it definitely feels peppier. I mean, woohoo! There we go. More than that, it has some electricery. There are now 2 traction control settings. Plus, you can turn it off. And more importantly, when you turn off the ignition, it still keeps the same setting it had before, which I wish every other manufacturer would learn to do. While the main frame is the same, the subframe is new, plus the exhaust is slimmer and lower, and 40 grams lighter. And what that really means is that the panniers are now interchangeable with the V-Strom 1000, which means they should be more readily available and hopefully a bit cheaper. The dash is now the same as the V-Strom 1000, with both analog and digital. And don't forget, this is the XT version, which is a bit more rugged, a bit more off-roady. It comes standard with handguards and a plastic skid plate. Not to mention it has the obligatory spoked wheels. And it's got an easy start option, which means you push the button once and it starts. Check it out. How cool is that? Then it's got its bottom end assist, which helps you stop stalling. Take a look at this. More so than that, it does exactly what it says on the box. It's a rugged, go-anywhere little machine, and it really does go anywhere. While the opposition has really gone for the whole mosh pit thing, and while many riders do like ringing the throttle to the likes of Rammstein and Metallica, keep in mind there are many people who'd rather cruise along to the sounds of Andrea Bocelli and Sarah Brightman. And why would you want big CCs when you're riding like that? I mean, 650 is more than enough. You can cruise at the speed limit, you can even go above it. This bike has a top speed of around 200 kilometers per hour, which is enough for most people. And the other great thing about a bike that doesn't make 1,000,000 horsepower is that you can use its horsepower everywhere. And I mean everywhere. In conclusion, the DL650 XT it's not the most exciting motorcycle out there. It's not the hottest property, but if you're in the market for an easygoing, capable adventure bike, this will not let you down. As a matter of fact, it's a slightly detuned Suzuki. This will go forever. I'm quite sure this motor will last billions of years. When the Earth just crumbles into molten lava again, the only thing left standing will be this motorcycle. And that says a lot. And what says even more, it costs just 120,000 Rand. I mean, where do you get a proper big motorcycle these days for 120,000 Rand? That's seriously, seriously good. That's properly good.
Ah, very interesting, Don. I see you left the best bit till last. 120,000. That sounds a bit of a bargain, isn't it?
Yeah, we were looking up F800 GS, the base F800 GS, 157,000 Rand.
And the Triumph Tiger 800, also about 150 to 160,000.
Somewhere around
So
about
that's
there,
cheap
but
as chips, isn't it?
40 grand saving. Are the other bikes 40 grand's worth of more sophisticated?
See, I'm not sure. I really am not. Because, I mean, if you're in the market for that sort of bike, you're not too much of a big speed freak sort of fellow, 120 grand, it's all you need, really.
Okay, well, maybe that will explain to me the very affordable price, because that adjustable screen.
Yeah.
In what way is that adjustable?
In that the heights of it can be adjusted, provided you're not in a big hurry and you're quite a good sort of mechanic. Yes, by all means.
Yes, it's adjustable.
Yeah,
like my
but-
house is adjustable, mate, if I take it apart and build it
by
somewhere
brick.
else.
Yeah, but let's face it, you said before also that these adjustable screens, you tend to put it at one setting and then you leave it
Then
there.
you do
Yeah.
leave it.
So that's
I
actually
know.
your criticism.
It's still a bit
You're just
of a-
thinking of something to say, aren't
Well,
you?
yeah, adjustable, come on. I mean,
But there is something we can criticise.
Yes.
Don,
Uh-oh. I was kind of hoping you wouldn't bring this up.
what is this then? What's this?
That would be the right foot peg of the DL6.
So what
and
did
it's-
you smash into?
And it's not, you didn't just take it off, you broke it off. Didn't you?
Yes, you see, what happened was I was riding along on what was basically a motocross track, and I saw this giant triple.
I've seen
which
the footage. It was, in fact, a smooth gravel road. And
that footage was very deceptive.
and
it
you
was
hit
a
a
speed
speed
bump.
bump.
I did
So
hit
you got
some.
about this much air,
I did get
and it just snapped on the landing.
I landed and the thing kind of went that way.
I've got to say that perhaps the Suzuki is that cheap because they've cut corners on a few parts. And I mean, this doesn't weigh. It's a piece of nasty
It is.
aluminium.
I am quite surprised. You can see. Look, there's two lessons to learn. Suzuki, you need to up the quality of your foot peg there, and Donovan, you need to
Lose a few pounds.
lose a few kilos. And on that health advice, we shall leave this segment of the show, and we'll be back after this short break, where we'll be talking about the very upcoming Pirelli Bike of the Year.
Very upcoming.
Yes, I realise I didn't need to throw in a very.